Okay, we're back. It's round 4 in a row. Round 4. TikTok lives. Yeah, right. 'Cause Sunday, I went on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 5. 5 days in a row. All right. I think. Here, let me check my YouTube. May 26th. No, I skipped a day. Or did I? I don't even know. Interesting. We'll see if. Oh, okay. So it is pushing out to people because I'm seeing new people. Awesome. Hello. Okay, and they left. So it is okay. So yesterday it wasn't pushing out to anyone new. I just talked with an old, not an old person, but a person that came on the day before. I let her just talk, which I think was good for her because she was figuring things out in real time. I did not post it to YouTube though. Okay, let's go to live, monitor live. Okay, and of course we have 0 people. Of course, it's only been a minute, Brady. It's okay. Yes, I know. Gonna get some agua. Get some agua. These YouTubes probably are really boring to begin with because I'm just like waiting for people to come in. So I'm sorry if you watch this on YouTube later and you're like, what the fuck is this guy about? I'm just like, hey, just let's wait and hold off until we get some people join in. Because the whole idea is to, align with people, like understand them, help them feel seen and heard, and then we can progress and go forth and be better people. And I think that's something that's possible. And it's been the case. I've met a lot of good people on here. Hey, welcome in. Hello. More people joining. Hello. Goob, how's it going? Good goober. Are you a goofy goober? I'm a goofy goober. My friend wanted me to record that song for her. I'm like, I'm a goofy goober. No, not that one. I'm a goofy goober, yeah. Goob, what's good? It's been a good day. It's been a nice day. Work was kind of monotonous, but that's okay. I get to listen to music while doing it. There was a guy that came to talk to us about the 10 Commandments, and I kind of pushed back on some things. I just am skeptical in nature, but I think if it's something that's like that, we ought to hold it, to that standard and try to understand it better together. I was kind of vague there with what happened, but it was a good conversation, and we talked for quite a bit afterwards. So it's always good having conversations with people with different ideas and just like how we can come together and be better people. Welcome in, people. Welcome in. So I would say I'm I'm agnostic, but spiritually leaning. Are you religious? Jeez, what am I doing? What am I doing with my mouth? Not particular, Brent. Oh, I'm up to it. I think that's the best stance to have, right? I think being agnostic and claiming I don't know is the wisest decision there because you can't really prove it. It's more like for me, it's my own spiritual journey to figure out what that means, and we can come together and talk about these abstract ideas because I believe like we can use God as like a tool to like get to a destination. Like if we have this idea, we can progress, and I think being agnostic but also open to it, I think is the wisest take you can take. The wisest take. One of the it's good. Do you believe Christianity is a coping mechanism? I believe it can be. Um, I definitely believe it can be. I think people just want to feel comfort that there's someone watching over them and that everything will make sense and there's a place to go after we die. I think we don't know what happens after we die, and I think it's like, what's the point of all this if we don't have a place to go? How is that? How is it coping? Um, Everyone wants to feel unconditionally loved. Yeah, No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I believe that. Hey, we have 5 people, 6 people. No way. Awesome. I appreciate you guys just hanging out with us. This is so fantastic. 7 people. All right. It's the uncertainty for sure. Yeah, it can be difficult. Because like maybe something happens in your life that you're like, what the fuck? What is going on? I'll say this, for all the good and bad things that happened in my life, like I wouldn't wish it on anyone, but I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for my past, right? And for the good and bad people. So in an odd way, I'm very grateful for that because I've come to understand who I am now and how to be better for other people in the future. Bluey, 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 Bluey. I love Bluey Metallark. Bandit is such a wholesome. He's so I love Bluey. I love Bluey so much. What's your opinion on age gap relationships? I think when it comes to under 18, it gets weird, obviously. If you're like 50 years old and you're dating a 40-year-old, I think it's fine because like people are more developed. Um, it just gets kind of dicey when it gets to younger people. Like I'm 28. I don't think I would date like a 21-year-old. Like that's still in college. That's me personally. Um, I just Oh, it depends on the person. I don't know. I'm open to it, but I think I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about that age gap there. I finished watching all of Bluey with my nephew. He's 5. I cried Queed twice. Such a good show. Oh, that's awesome. I'm working my way through season 2. I haven't watched it for some time, but I need to get back into it. It's such a good it's such a good show. Not only for the kids, but for like the parents watching it or like the adults watching it. There's so much to learn from it, and they do such a good job where it's not like brain rot. Like I've seen some clips of Cocomelon. I'm like, what are they feeding children with these things? Uh, but yeah, Bluey is amazing. I recommend it to every single person that is interested in good shows. I heard some of them get really deep too, and I'm curious what those ones are about. Um, I watched the one where Bandit was playing with Bluey, and oh my gosh, why is the name eluding me? She's my favorite. She's one of my favorites. Gosh darn it. See, this is why. Okay. Mom, Dad, bingo. Okay. bingo. Yeah, where Bandit was playing with Bluey and Bingo, and he was like being a little too rough with Bingo, and Bingo wasn't vocalizing it. And I thought it was such an interesting take on like how children are different and how people should like how they should speak up when they don't want to be roughhoused. Oh, someone was trying to join up, but I don't see anymore. If you want to request up again, I forgot who it was. If anyone wants to request up to talk about anything, let's do it. I just finished watching. Okay, it depends on the emotional intelligence of the partners. People are convinced 20-year-olds are babies. Yeah, no, I think it comes down to that for some people. I don't know what it is with me. I don't know. It does depend on that though. I agree with what you're saying. Poison Diary. Awesome. You guys are great. I appreciate you guys just hanging out. Appreciate ya. And get some more agua. All right. Does anyone want to come up and talk? We can talk and practice being social. It's so good. I've had such a good time on TikTok for the past couple weeks, just talking to people. That's when I started doing this a lot more. People with different backgrounds and different ideas, and I'm just learning a lot about who people are and different ideas, and it's been fantastic. I would. Axel, okay, I'll invite you. Oh wait, okay. Hello.
Hi,
How's it going?
it's going good.
That's
How's your
good.
day
It's
been?
been fantastic. I've been having a really good day. I appreciate you asking. How old are you, by the way?
I'm 19.
Okay, good. I trust you. So, what's been on your mind lately?
Um, Honestly, I've been thinking about the fact that when I was younger, I used to be scared of gay people,
Okay.
but now I'm gay.
What made you scared? What made you scared to begin with?
Christianity, I was told that if you stick around a gay person for too long, that their sin will rub off on you. And now I'm
Oh,
I'm an atheist too.
interesting. Who told you this? What?
My father.
Aw, aw. Oh no. When did you? Okay, that's interesting. When did you find out that you were gay?
Honestly, I think I've been into women and stuff since at a very young age. I'm going to say about 7, but I knew for sure at the age of 13.
Yeah, yeah. And was he saying that when you were that young, when you were like 7 or like
Yeah, he was saying it when I was 7 because he really wanted a boy, and I was a girly girl at that age. I liked Barbies and glitter, everything that a child likes.
right, right,
And I didn't like basketballs and shorts and dreads.
right? That's interesting. That's messed up that your dad would say something like that. It's really interesting how people have like those opinions and like you can like it like rubs off on you when like it's a like authority figure or like a parent, um, and it just kind of warps the perception in a sense. It's kind of sad.
It is. I mean, I know better now, of course, but it was a really rough time.
Yeah, yeah. If
Um,
you can elaborate, if I'm no therapist, but if you want to talk about it and just like share, I'm more than open to like listening. But you don't have to dive into it either if you don't feel comfortable.
I love the offer, but it's very depressing. So,
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's fine.
what is, I don't know. I'm very bad at social skills. So,
No, you're doing fine. You're doing great. You're talking. It's fine. See, this is the interesting thing. We can just like vulnerably just share whatever the hell we want right now. Well, I feel safe enough around you and just with people. I think there's nothing I'm gonna judge you for or like be hard on. So just speak whatever words come to your
um,
mind. Right.
yeah. Well, you know what? What's your favorite food?
Ooh, I would say spaghetti. It's easy to make and it's so delicious. Um, Spaghetti is fantastic. I am a sucker for a good medium rare steak too. I love steak and mashed potatoes with I don't know, like corn would be good or like broccoli or beans. Um, what about you?
Those are all excellent choices. I
Yes.
love those answers. I started making this new food. I'm gonna call it like a potato cheese pocket. You
Mm.
basically boil some potatoes, and until when they get like really soft, you take them out of the hot water and you mash them up. Throw some flour, seasoning, whatever you like to cook in your normal potatoes,
Mm-hmm.
and you make a dough ball. And you throw some cheese in the middle and some meat, and then you fry it.
Ooh.
And they've been really good recently. Like I can't cook good, but they've been really good.
So it's these dough balls with cheese and potato. You said
Yeah,
okay.
like
Yeah.
dough, cheese, seasoning, and like you basically just deep fry it for about 5 minutes.
Okay. That sounds delicious. What's it called? Like what? Do you know what the name of it is?
It's a recipe I found on Instagram. If you like, I can DM it to you.
That'd be interesting. I don't know if I'd ever make it. Well, my current situation, I don't cook right now because I'm living in a transitional home. But maybe in the future, I'd appreciate that. I
Yeah.
just dropped a lot of information, but yeah.
I
Um.
honestly didn't hear. Did you say something? I didn't hear it.
Oh, was I talking? I maybe I wasn't talking to the microphone as much. I don't cook where I'm at right now. I'm living in a transitional home, but maybe in the future, that'd be fantastic. It'd be good to get
Do
back
you
into cooking
mind
again.
me asking how old you are?
28.
Oh, goodness.
Yes. Do I look 28?
No, I thought you were maybe 22.
Really? Okay. Maybe it's the long
Yeah,
hair.
it is. That and the
I
glasses.
used to have I used to have shorter hair. Like I used to get like really short on the sides with like maybe like an inch, and then I put like pomade
Yeah.
in it. I put pomade in it, and I'm trying to grow it out like George Harrison right now. Or some
Ooh.
people say Jim Morrison, some people say John Lennon, but I'm like, you know what? Any one of those works.
Well, it looks really good. So
I
whether
like
you
you,
cut
sweetie.
it or let it grow out, it's your choice.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. It's one of those things too where Uh, Back in college, especially when I was a freshman and sophomore, I was very sad and depressed and anxious. Um, and the director of my scholarship program was an amazing woman. She is an amazing, fantastic woman. And I remember going into her office and she was like trying to help me out. And she's like, Brady, just like make something like imperfect about yourself, because I was such a perfectionist and I was so hard on myself, right? And I didn't really understand what she meant, and I've come to understand that in my own way recently over the years, and that's why I'm growing out my hair, because like it's messy, it's not like perfect, and it allows me just to like be free in a sense and just be me more, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does make sense.
yeah. It's been
Yeah.
such a journey, but I would say I would not be on TikTok live a year ago. Like I just had so much social anxiety and I didn't view myself in the positive in a positive light, and I've learned to be more kind. And it's been great just coming on here and just talking to people, and I appreciate you just being here and talking to me. So really do.
Well, you're welcome. I don't know. I'm trying to improve my social interactions over like phone calls and stuff because I have a really, really bad speech impediment. When I get nervous, it gets horrible. So I'm trying to overcome that.
Yeah, you're speaking very clearly right now. I can understand what you're saying.
I think it's because of the fact there's not like a lot of people in here and it's easy to just say anything.
Right. How?
Honestly, I
Oh, go ahead.
think dinosaurs might have been in Noah's Ark. Sorry, I was
Dinosaurs?
answering one of the comments.
Oh, I
Yeah, I
didn't
think
see.
there were maybe dinosaurs. If Christianity and stuff like that's truly real, I think there were dinosaurs on it.
Well, that's like it's in the book. It's like it happened 6,000 years ago, and dinosaurs weren't even around 6,000 years ago, right?
Yeah, but I like to let my imagination run wild
Aren't you an
because you never
atheist?
know for sure if Christianity. Yeah, I don't know. I like giving my opinion on stuff. I
No, no,
don't.
you're good.
It's not that I don't think Christianity is real. I just don't believe in the religion itself because of the Old Testament and then some of the New Testament.
Yeah, I agree with the Old Testament, but what about the New Testament? Do you not agree with?
I don't really think there's anything in the New Testament that I don't agree with. I
Okay,
mean, I haven't picked up a Bible in forever, so I
right,
don't remember a lot of the verses and stuff. But I didn't
right,
really like the Old Testament because of how the God of the Bible truly acted.
right.
I mean, he was really on a vengeance spree, in my opinion. But yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting because people typically define their God as all good, all powerful, and all knowing. And if
No,
you
there's like four different verses that say the Christian God is unjust, unkind, and a cruel God. I'll have to find them.
right, but if you ask a Christian, like what, like they'll typically say like it's the God is all good, all knowing, and all powerful, all loving, perfect. Um, and if you if they stand by that, you can point things out in the Bible that just contradict that. But you can also look at the world today and see that they're suffering. Like
Yeah.
we can get past the idea of humans in a sense, because like people will say free will, we have free will because of suffering, but look at the animals, for instance. Like imagine, like, well, not imagine, but we can imagine a lion chasing a zebra, and the lion gets to the zebra, rips out its neck, and the zebra is just suffering and confused and scared and dying a painful death. And it's like, why is that good? Right?
Yeah.
But my counter to that, because Alex O'Connor makes this, Alex O'Connor makes this point. I understand where he's coming from, but I would say, one step further, like potentially, if let's grant there is a God, wouldn't it be interesting to look at animals and be like, okay, we can look, we see, and we do not repeat that. We don't do that as humans, right? Maybe,
Yeah.
maybe that's like why it's there, and we can pose that question and we can think about it. But it's almost obvious now that we shouldn't do that to others. But like maybe in the past, when we were like very tribal with people, um, maybe there was like maybe that happened more, and I don't know. I just find the Old Testament particularly being dated for like old men, not old men, but just men in general reading the Bible and trying to figure out the world. And I believe we can take these different religions, whether that's Buddhism, whether that's Islam, whether that's Christianity, and use them as like stepping stones to create a new story. Like we can come up with a new story together, right? I think we can. I'm
Yeah.
very optimistic about that. If maybe not in my life, but like in the future. and I hope to pave that path. And that's partly why I'm doing these lives in the first place.
Well, you're doing great doing the lives. I mean, you
I
seem
appreciate
very
that.
outgoing and you're nice.
I don't know about outgoing. I think now I'm an extroverted introvert. Um, I but I appreciate your compliments. I really do.
You're welcome. I'm trying to think of something. What's your
Okay,
favorite color?
blue. What's yours?
My favorite color is like a sunset orange.
Ah, yes. Dude, Nebraska sunsets. I used to live in Nebraska, are fantastic. But I used to live in Los Angeles too, and the sunsets there too on the ocean. It's just like breathtaking. It's amazing. Just the
I
pinkish,
love
gorgeous hues.
sunset.
Yes, yes.
I could like lay on a hill and just watch the sunset for the rest of my
Ah,
life.
wouldn't that be
I'd be
amazing?
done. That's all I would need. No food, nothing.
Just die on the hill.
Yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't be peaceful because I'd probably starve to death, but
Yeah, that could be one thing. Or maybe you can just get some people like to give you like grapes or like bread. You know, hire people.
yeah.
I think it'd be fun. Like I'm very like minimalistic, and I don't own a lot of material items. But if I ever had enough money, it'd be nice to have a house for one, but have like a nice garden in the back where I can just like invite people over, play guitar, just walk around, be in nature.
Oh my gosh, I love the idea of just like going off, what do you call it? I think it's off center and not really being able to get to things made by factories. I love the idea of just having this really big farm and a bunch of farm animals and I don't know. I like the old days stuff.
The old days stuff. What do you mean?
Yeah, like some of the traditional stuff, staying at home, basically not really having a job and stuff, being able to go for a farm and build and stuff like that.
Do
Not
you?
necessarily be like housewife or anything.
Oh, okay. That's what I was gonna ask next. If you wanted to be a housewife, but yeah. Um, but like being like, so you want to live on a farm or like have your own property or like what's the goal there?
Have
Do
my
you?
own property and this really big farm. I have a lot of animals.
Oh,
Like,
nice.
yeah, and I don't think I would ever get married because I'm too awkward to go on dates. So
Oh no, don't say that. You're not awkward. Look, you're doing so fine talking to me right now. Like I wouldn't even
that's
know
because
you.
you can't see my face.
I can see your face right now. If I get closer to
No.
the
I got
um
so scared.
okay,
I
you're
thought my
fine.
camera was gonna turn on.
No, 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 you're fine. You're fine. How do you feel right now like in your body? Like do you feel something in your like tightening in your chest? Like do you just feel like what do you feel right now?
Um, it's like nervousness and a little bit of tightening in my chest,
Hmm.
but I'm pretty much calm right now.
Yeah,
I think it's
you seem
mostly
it.
because of the fact that I'm like in my own comfort zone because I've been in my bed for a few hours.
Nice, nice. See, it's okay to feel stuff, right? Like feet, like so. I'll go into this. Um, fear is the root cause of all unnecessary suffering, and if the individual can eradicate fear in the mind, they can lead more productive and fulfilling lives. And this isn't to say like we can't feel fear, but we don't let it dictate our thoughts, right? So it's okay to feel, anxiety or fear in a fearful moment or any emotion. Like emotions are good; they're just indicating something within our body. It's how we choose to operate and decide what we do with that emotion that defines who we are.
Yeah. See, you're outgoing.
Am I? I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're doing such a good job at it too.
You're amazing. I appreciate you. It's been good practicing being social on here and just like speaking my mind. And I was really practicing externalizing my thoughts when I was homeless. I was homeless for 3 months back in October, November, well, end of October, November, December, January, 3.5 months, and end of February. And I went to a lake most of the days when it was nice outside, and I was just practicing externalizing my thoughts because I was so internalized. But a woman, a very important and special woman in my life, did this too, and I thought it was adorable because she would just like talk to things as like they were her friends, and the birds are my friends and the trees are my
So
friends, right?
adorable.
And she did that, and I thought it was fantastic, and so I was trying to do that more when I was just out here in nature, and I'm just like talking to the birds and and I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to maybe God, who knows. But like, I was becoming more aware of my thinking, and when I internalize my thoughts, sometimes it gets really negative, and I'm not always like, I think subconsciously I allow myself to do that without being conscious of it. And when I speak it out, I can say a negative thought, but I'll be like, hey, hold up, Brady, hold up. Like, you're doing fine. You're like, you got to this place right here, and without you being who you were in the past, I want to be who I am today, and I'm thankful for you, Brady. And it's a way of talking kinder to myself. So that's really helped me just be more too, and
Yeah.
yeah. I don't mean to ramble. I'm sorry.
You're all right. I'm listening to you. I don't really know what to say, so like I'm kind of just listening. And you're doing a good job, don't worry.
Okay, yeah, I appreciate that. Um,
You're
but yeah,
welcome. I don't know what to say sometimes, so I'm
that's
I'm
okay.
good for just listening.
It just, organically will happen. If you have nothing to say, you don't have nothing to say. But if you do, you do. And that's fine, right? Um, I come to think about it in a way that I'm like the observer in the present, where the present is constantly collapsing into the past. And the more aware I am of the present, the more I can navigate and steer the ship in the right direction, if that makes any sense. And
It does.
it's been allowing me just to be more free and vulnerable.
Oh my gosh, I should probably drink some water.
Drink agua, yeah, drink agua.
I have to find my cup.
Okay, I'll give you time. I'll give you time. This
Oh,
is a really good.
okay, okay.
I don't know if I can mark it, but Nalgene is how you pronounce it. Nalgene. It's a fantastic water bottle.
Nalgene? Nalgene? Oh, that's an
Nal
A.
Nalgene. It's flipped. Here, can we look at it this way? Nalgene.
I actually can't see it now.
Oh wait, come on, water. Here we go.
Oh, there it goes. Nalgene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, I'm gonna get flagged on TikTok now for promoting something without having the right to do that. I hope not.
Yeah, TikTok's really, really sensitive.
I think, well, it's funny because I'm also bipolar, and I went into another manic episode last year, and I went on TikTok on a different account, and I can hear you. I can hear I can hear myself. Hello, hello. No, I can't. Okay. I was
Maybe
I was
could
calling.
you could you hear yourself echoing?
Yeah, but it's better now.
Okay.
I had this whole skit or this stupid idea calling Donald Trump Don Old Dish Soap, the Donald Dish Soap, and I got Dawn
I
soap,
love that.
and I kind of did like a thing with we know where South Park put Trump with the devil in the bed. I created a stupid video of I was like pointing the camera at me, and I was talking. I'm like, Don, like, show yourself, Don old Trump, come on, show yourself, buddy. And Don, come on, Don. And I turned the camera, and I'm a VFX artist, but I do 3D animation and visual effects, so I comped in like a bottle of Dawn dish soap in my bed. I wish I still had the video. I think I do have the video. Let's see, guys. This might be cringe because it was in Mania. Let's see if I can find it. Video. How do I get back to my? How do I get back to? They changed things in my iPhone. Okay, so we're going back in time. We're going back in time. Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a minute video. Jesus Christ. Why was I doing this? Wait, speak out loud. Dawn. Look, Dawn. Look, I'm not.
Oh my God.
God. Dawn, we've created this simulation. Dawn, listen. We've created this simulation for you so you can understand good. Look, you are good. You've done a lot of good things. Okay, Dawn, you've done a lot of good things. I want to show you. Dawn, come out. Dawn, come out. I'm not afraid of you. Dawn, old Trump. Dawn, can you come? Dawn. Okay, Dawn, you want to see what you look like? Dawn, you're very bubbly. You're very blue.
Oh, you were just having fun.
Wait, that's a song. Guy, Dawn, it's a song. 1999. I'm blue, double D. It's
Dawn,
goddamn it, Brady. Get to the point.
listen, you're not fucking listening to me.
Brady,
Look,
come
I'm
on.
not trying to be mean.
Just show
I'm
it.
just trying to show you what you look
Show
like.
it. Show it. There. See.
I love it. I love it.
Okay, and that's the joke, guys. It's a fucking joke. But it's a way for
Okay.
Donald Trump to understand that he is just soap to me.
Okay, Jesus. I'm surprised I even showed the whole thing. But yeah, Mania was quite the time. Quite the time. Oh, man. Whew. Fun times. Fun times. I can write a whole book about it. Just to, like,
Yeah.
I don't know if I should, but I could. A lot of things happened.
I say go for it. Write the book. Can't hurt
I'm
anything.
thinking about writing a screenplay. I reached out. I know a guy that is a Hollywood screenwriter on Instagram, and we messaged each other a couple times. I met him at the Omaha Film Festival in Nebraska. I was showing my animated short, and his ended up winning the Oscar for that year. But we've been kind of in contact. But I was like so socially anxious back when I met him. Like I didn't really get a good networking like contact with him, but I did follow him on Instagram. We touched base, and I reached out to him last week and was asking him about how to approach a story talking about bipolar and mental illness, to like shine light on what it is and how to educate people on how to handle it. But like the problem is like try not to romanticize it. Like try not to romanticize it in a sense,
Yeah.
and not make it like not a biography. So I'm thinking I'm thinking that could be a good idea. I just don't know where to go with it because, excuse me, because our perception of reality, well, my perception of reality shifted so much. Where like I believed like I was on a Netflix TV show, right, and that led to like me discovering something out, which I can get into later. But like these delusions that people have, or these ideas that people tell themselves, like as stories, like define who we are as people. And we see this in lesser ways, like less grandiose ways, like with the right and the left, like they're living in different realities, right? And the media is like, doing their job.
Yeah.
So it comes down to that. It comes down to like spirituality and religion, on different ideas. So write it already. I'll buy it. That's not my cat. I appreciate you.
Yeah, I'll buy it too, Loki.
No, I don't. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I have a lot more life to live, and I feel like as a 28-year-old man who wants to read about this, right? But then that's just the negative thought. That's just me being negative. I'm like, well, two people have said it, Brady. You said it, and this is not my cat said it. So Brady, just don't be so hard on yourself, right? And then you're seeing the metacognition right now, and I'm coming to understand that maybe I should just write something, and we'll see. I'm finding it productive talking to people here on TikTok, and I'm just
Yeah.
gathering more data in a sense, and how people work. Because I'm deeply fascinated about psychology of the brain, and how people operate, and I think I can tie this all into like a single universal idea that clicks with everyone that watches it. It's a very grand idea, but how to approach it, I think, got to be very careful. And I don't know, as being 28 years old, if I have that in me, but we'll see. Maybe I'll try it. Maybe I'll try it. I'll try it sometime. Okay, I'll keep thinking about
Yeah, for sure.
it. So, are you in school right now?
I go to college, but I'm out for the summer.
Nice. What do you study in college?
I am doing cybersecurity right now, and then I'm gonna go back probably for something in the business section.
Okay. So, like, what's your like dream or your goal with going into cybersecurity and business?
Honestly, I want to create a game and a couple of apps and stuff. And I've already started test runs for them, but I need the degree to get them out there and into other people's hands, like game testers and stuff like that.
Okay. Okay.
And I need a really good job for the money required.
So like your side project is the game, but like the cybersecurity and business would be like the income. Is that what I'm gathering?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's kind of fun for me. I like hacking and stuff like that.
Nice. I'm really interested about both of those things, but I'm a 3D artist, so I've developed virtual reality simulations to help train the army. I've helped create simulations with people for autism to help them ease into the environment to get a haircut. So it was like a haircut simulator. I'm just riling my resume, but I've also worked in the film industry on some movies. So do you do like your own 3D art or like your? I'm sure you code and do like the development side of things, but like do you do like how do you do like the artwork?
I try to draw out the artwork because I don't really want to use AI for anything. I know
Mm-hmm.
AI exists and it's in your everyday life, whether you like it or not, but I really don't like the idea of using it because when you do something yourself, it's like there's more effort. It matters more.
Right. Yeah. There's like the
So
human element.
I draw out most of my artwork. I have to figure out how to get the edges right on one of my latest ones though, so I haven't really started promoting it yet.
Hmm. That's interesting. Also, not a pie. I remember you. I just want to point that out. But so you do it's like a like 2D animation or like 2D art for the game.
Yes, 2D
Okay.
and 3D.
Oh, and 3D. Okay. What's the what's if you don't mind telling me like what's the game about? Unless you don't want to disclose that.
It's a horror game. I can't really go into detail, but
Ooh, okay,
um,
okay.
it, I made it based off of it's a bunch of songs and stuff, and I used it for the background after getting the creator's permission. It's a horror game on, I have three different ones. One is like on how women live, the dangers of it. The next one is it runs off of the story of clowns and like their victims. Like there's a movie I think called Clowns or
Hmm.
It or something that I
It's
based it off of.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's called Kill. Wait, I don't think I can say that word.
That's okay. I
Oh,
I
how
know
do
what you're trying to say. It's
yeah.
something clowns, right?
Yeah, it's a movie, and I like basing things off of real life experiences. So I was genuinely scared of clowns for a while, so I wanted to turn that into a horror game.
Remember that trend where like clowns would just be out in like a cornfield and they'd like
Yes, that scared me so bad. I didn't want to go anywhere.
there was a person literally doing it at my campus because it was when I was in college. They just stood in the elevator and they're just like, "What the fuck?" Oh man, good times, good times.
Yeah, I still don't like clowns. I cannot face clowns.
They're creepy. I was a clown when I was
They
in
are.
for the kindergarten circus. Um, we uh, we could I chose to be a clown. I wanted to be a clown. I'm like, heck yeah. And my dad or mom did the makeup on me before the whole thing, and um, we practiced this at school before the actual show, right? We can either pretend we picked up like a bucket of confetti or pretend we pick up like a silly string. And I really wanted a silly string. And when we get to like the actual performance that night, we're like walking back and forth with like we're like being mischievous and touching our like face like we're gonna do something bad
Yeah.
and and uh, and then someone blows a whistle and we run to the bucket or the silly string and I couldn't get the silly string and I was so disappointed. I'm like no, and I had to get this stupid bucket with confetti and I was like I think I was crying. I might have been crying, but I just decided to like throw the confetti right at this lady, but the bucket slips and it like hits her, and I'm like,
Oh my
this is
God.
even worse. But as a kid, I just didn't. I don't know what I was thinking as a kid, but that just reminded me of being a clown. But yeah, that's my only time being a clown. Or unless I was manic, right? I can be a clown while being in a mania.
Hmm.
But that's interesting that like you're creating a horror game. I think that's fantastic. Um, like, do you have a team of people? Did you say that or not? I'm not sure if I heard
No,
that.
it's just me. I'm
That's
still
awesome.
learning how to do everything because I keep forgetting a lot of codes,
Yeah,
and I have some mental diagnoses that make it hard for my day-to-day life, so I genuinely forget things a lot,
yeah,
and I have to go over them at least 7 times.
yeah, yeah. When you do like the 3D art, do you use like Blender for that, or is there a different software
I
that you?
use I use a bunch of different drawing apps for it. That way I can slowly improve it because I want it to be as good as possible. I don't want it to be just like half made.
Hmm. Yeah.
So let me find I'm
I think
trying to find them.
I think there might be miscommunication. Like when it comes to like 3D, you're not actually drawing. Like you're like in a 3D environment modeling um a 3D piece. Like think Toy Story or Call of Duty, right? Um, two dimensional
Yeah.
would be drawing like perhaps like Cuphead or you know what's it like you know there's 2D animation. Um, I can't think of any other video games that do that. Well, like online games do that. I just don't know. Like Territory War, I can think about that. That was an interesting one. Um, so so that's cool that you draw and like do your own artwork and like you're also trying to develop it on your own too. I think it's fantastic. Like it's ambitious, definitely. Um, but I hope it goes well, and that's fantastic that you're doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah, I hope it goes well. I'll be curious to like hear more about it. Um, as you get it developed. Um, I'm following you back so I can keep up with you. And you also do cybersecurity, so like you're good at hacking. How does that even work?
Most of it starts by like inspect. And I think when you go to a web page and you right click, inspect is the easiest form of hacking. You can learn it very easily on YouTube.
Okay.
But because of, again, my diagnosis, I have to study a lot for hacking.
Yeah.
So there's a whole process. You can hack through a printer, which is the one that I've recently learned how to do, but I still
What?
can't figure out how to explain it in words,
Okay, that's
which is
fantastic.
frustrating.
So like you're like what's like the goal to hack into a printer? What's like what are you trying to achieve? Like what's like you're trying to get through?
Honestly, I still don't know the goal of that. That was one of the first things my teacher taught me, though. And when I asked him what was the point of really hacking into a computer or something like that through a printer, he's like, most hackers do it just because it's the easiest form. And I'm like, oh,
So like
because
yeah.
recently hospitals can get hacked very easy through that, and
Oh,
phones, computers, laptops. It's the easiest form.
right. Because like you can I'm assuming with like a printer if you're not connected to it through your computer or don't have permission like you can get through that and then just print whatever you want. Is that what
Yeah.
the idea is? Okay, interesting. Yeah, I find hacking so interesting. I'm just not I just don't have like the knowledge to really code very well. Like I tried coding at
Well,
my
if
last
you
position.
want, you could like go back to college for it. I think they do offer really. Oh, hold on.
You're very
Yes.
muffled. Oh, there you go. Okay, I can hear better now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. My brother wants me.
Oh
Just
yeah.
a second.
No, no, you're good. You're good. Austin Nix, nice to meet you too. Let's catch up on comments. There was a guy that said this host is discussing how he recently experimented with his cousin and the urges he has had since. Why are you like this? Why do people even create Sarah Parker? What the hell? I love you for saying that, Axel. What did Axel say? Where's Axel at? I can't see Axel. Axel. I'm scrolling up. I missed a lot of comments. Sorry, I don't read. I don't pay attention to the comments as a guest comes in here. Axel. I'm seeing Axel a lot and I'm still scrolling up. I would, says Axel. I don't know where to go from here, guys. I'm sorry. Axel is the person on the panel. Oh. Okay, that's hilarious. That's funny. My bad. Whoopsies. Thanks, Not a Pie. Did we talk with each other, Not a Pie? I don't remember. I
Hi.
remember.
So I did have a really nice time talking to you, but I do have to go.
Oh no, you're totally fine. I appreciate you coming up and just being you, and I wish you the best in the future. And if you ever want to come up again, you're more than welcome.
Of course, you have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care. All right. Bye bye. Cool. That was Axel, ladies and gents. Wonderful person. Wonderful person. Yes, says Not a Pie. We did talk. I wonder what we talked about because I don't remember those times very well. I mean, I do remember it. I just met so many different people during that. Am I a gamer? Uh, well, I used to be more in college. Then I got into my profession and I stopped doing it. Like it was only with like friends I'd play games even until last year. Like if I was gonna play video games, it's gonna be with friends. Like if it was Rocket League or Dead by Daylight, or just random Discord games with a friend. I had to sell my Xbox. So I didn't have to, but it wouldn't fit in my car. It's a story. And The last game I played was Red Dead Redemption 2 again. It's like I'm on my third playthrough, and I was just like, enjoying the environment as I said goodbye to my Xbox. That's the last thing I did. But I'll probably get it again. I just need to. Hello.
What's up, man? How you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good. Are you driving right now?
No, I'm not driving.
Okay, because we can't have people driving on TikTok. That's terms of service. But I will.
Oh, understandable. Yeah, I got you.
I will believe you, even though I'm hearing the wind.
Let me turn my AC off. I got you. Hold on. Actually, it just turned off by itself. Got it. But
Okay,
I wanted to ask you. I was like,
what's been on your mind lately? And you can talk about whatever. I don't care.
oh, I wanted to ask you, how would you recommend finding? I guess I find a lot of good music, and I'd like to share these things like with other people. I don't want to force it upon anybody, but trying to find like-minded individuals who are open to it, and then they listen to it, and it's like I want to give everybody that first-time experience that I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, like, are you asking for like who my artists are that I like, or like how to find new artists? Like, what's your question again?
Well, I guess a little bit of all the above. Like, my old original friends from like way back in high school and shortly after that were just not in the same music group, and I understand that. I always respected that, but I'm like,
Right.
how could I find some buddies, that we can jam out to this kind of stuff and listen to like a 2.5 hour live concert or whatever, or just kind of a little bit of anything and everything, you know what I mean? Like
Right.
whatever related to music and putting on. Like I'm open to listening to other stuff as well.
Right. Yeah, no, I think Spotify is excellent for finding new music. Like they do Discover Weekly every Monday, so you can find new artists that like the algorithm picks for you that it might like. But even then, like I had a really good friend last year, and we'd have a playlist together, and I had like so many songs of hers, and just like learned about like indie folk, like indie not indie folk, but just indie in general, indie pop, some other stuff with that. So like just different ways of finding music was good that way. I'm very open to music. I really love indie folk. That's one of my main genres that I like. It's kind of like sad, introspective music.
Hell yeah.
Of course, alternative rock, classic rock, oldies, like the Ink Spots, or what's like Dion and the Belmonts, or like classic rock, which like the Eagles or like Fleetwood Mac. But some of my favorite indie folk artists are Camp, like CAAMP, Bon Iver, and
Yep.
Gregory Alan Isaacoff. I don't know if you've ever heard of those guys before.
I've heard of Camp. Yeah, I've heard of Camp.
Dude, I'm seeing them in August. I'm so pumped. I am like, oh, and I got like really close seats. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to that. But if you're like looking for a music recommendation, I'd recommend searching Beach Baby by Bon Iver. Like I'll type it in the comments.
All right.
The slide guitar, like I was in Colorado with a friend, and he was putting on this music as we were driving around the mountains at night, and the slide guitar at the end, man, I was just getting shivers. I was like, this is fucking amazing. By the way, when you're out of the app, I can't hear you. But if you're looking into
Oh, sorry, I was adjusting the screenshot, so I save it for later.
Oh, dude, fuck yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that's one of my favorite artists. He doesn't tour live anymore because he gets anxiety, which I understand. But he's like his music is just so beautiful. Like I don't understand what he's saying all the time. It's a lot of bigger words too that I don't quite understand what they mean. But just like the sound and the vibe of the music it puts me in a good headspace.
Hell yeah.
What kind of
That's
music
good to
do you
hear,
like?
man. I'm not gonna lie, so I grew up kind of on classic rock, and then kind of throughout my teenage years, I'm 23, and went through my rap phase, and then kind of realized a lot of the stuff I was listening to is kind of just a lot of negative stuff, and then I kind of went back and started rediscovering all the genres of rock, and from classic to like the 90s where it started becoming like grunge and alt,
Yes.
and then on, and between rock there's so many different genres, but like there's a lot of pop music from the 80s, 70s, and 90s that I like, and I'm just so open to it. And then like I used to always hate country, and then I got into country, and I was like, this is actually solid. Like I
Country's
never
great.
would have listened to this, but this is good. Like this
Right.
is good music.
Right, except like country pop. I'm not a big fan of like early country like
Mhm.
hip hop. I'm not a big fan of like that stuff. Like Florida Georgia Line, I think is kind of country pop, or I don't know. I just couldn't get into it. But like Tyler Childers, Colter Wall, Sturgill Simpson, or even going back to like Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash, of course, and Merle Haggard.
Yep.
All those guys are fantastic. Or Alan Jackson and George Strait and
Hell yeah.
So yeah, going all over the place with country music. Like there's really good music to find within country music too. So.
Hell yeah. I will say I've been going down like a Shine Down binge as far as like their first 2 to 3 albums and
Okay.
their live music. And I will say, if you've never heard it before, that album, well, I wouldn't say it's an album, but I'm pretty sure it's called Anything and Everything. It's purchasable on Apple, but there's certain songs that are on YouTube uploaded by like random uploaders, and it's in House of Blues, South Carolina. It's a venue I've been to multiple times.
Okay.
But I can only imagine the energy in there, the way it's mic'd up, the way the crowd is singing all their songs back to them. Back in 2003, I think, which was the year I was born. And I'm just like,
Nice.
damn, I wish I was born like I was like born like 12 years earlier, so I could
Right.
be a little kid and experiencing this. But
Right.
they were going crazy, man. And Shine Down, I love the band. I've met them a few times. They're cool people. Barry, the drummer, has given me a few drumsticks. He's a great
What?
guy.
You met them?
Yeah, he has. I was a little kid, and he separated the crowd, and it was way years later. It was same venue, House of Blues, South Carolina, Myrtle Beach. And he separated the crowd about 4 rows back because we were 4th row pit.
Okay.
And he gave me the stick because I guess he saw me singing all their songs. I actually didn't have a meet and greet that thing, and I was blessed to have parents that gave me meet and greets before that. It was 2 of them before that, but there's no way he remembered me with all the people they saw on stage. But
right.
you know what I mean? It was such a distance. But no, he straight up like, and people were trying to grab in like and get it in between, and they were like, no, this kid right here, this 12-year-old that's been singing it the whole time. You know what I mean? And I still have that drumstick in my room somewhere.
Dude,
but
that's freaking awesome. I'm happy you
Hell
had that
yeah.
experience. That's so cool.
oh man, it was so great. And yeah,
Is Shine Down the band?
Shine Down is the band,
So
and
second Chance, is that one of the songs?
Second Chance is one of their songs. 45 is another big one. Sound and Madness is another big one. 45 is actually off their first record, Leave a Whisper. That's honestly my favorite album. This is before they had their new bassist and new guitarist that they tour with to this day.
Yeah.
They've had them for a really long time, but the drummer and the singer, Brent Smith and Barry Kirch, have been there for a while.
Okay.
Um,
Oh yeah, I know this song.
yeah.
Of course.
yeah, this is a radio hit.
Oh dude, yeah. Oh yeah, that's so good. Good music. Good music. Okay, dude, that's so cool. So like, are you a big like live concert person?
Oh yeah, man. I've seen. Have you heard 3 Days Grace?
Yeah. Of course.
They got their lead singer back. Did you know that?
I did not. I haven't been following them too closely.
So yeah, a lot of people like had just realized, and I didn't. It's a crazy story. So back like 3 years ago, I saw Stained and Seether, and the opening band was some random opener. I didn't recognize the name. I didn't really look up any of their songs. I was like, okay, it's just an opener band. It's like any rock show. They have an opener band. So me and my girlfriend, we show up early, and we hear this opening band. I'm like, that sounds familiar. And then next thing I know, they play Animal I Have Become. I'm like, that's Adam from 3 Days Grace. And he left the band all these years later. And that's Adam where he's at today. And about a year after that, he went back to 3 Days Grace, which was about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. And now him and the lead singer of My Darkest Days, who had replaced him at the time, are doing co-vocals kind of on different songs and stuff. It works. I'm not a huge fan of Matt, but all the respect to him for keeping the band alive and keeping it going.
Right.
And they sound good together live. They sound really good together live.
Nice. That's awesome, man. That's so cool. It's like,
Hell yeah.
What do you think your favorite like live experience has been?
Favorite live experience. I gotta go with, it was in North Carolina, Red Hat Amphitheater. It was Shinedown, and that was the meet and greet concert. And
Yeah.
I forget, I don't even remember who opened because it actually, the two bands that played before them played in the dry summer heat. And then it poured for 2 hours. And we
Oh,
waited out in the
yes.
rain. And I was a little kid. And we waited. And I told my parents, like, they asked me if I wanted to go. And I'm like, no, I'm hoping they come out still.
Yeah.
And looking back, I'm like, that's not usual for a band. They would just say, like, hey, we're canceling the show. But they came out and they played a fucking killer show. Excuse me for the language,
No,
but
you're
they
good.
played an insanely good show after
Awesome.
that. But yeah, that would have had to been my favorite in-person live experience of all time. And I know I'm being shined down, a little biased right now, but it's what I've seen the most in my lifetime, and they're a really solid band.
Yeah, I'll have to see if they're touring around Kansas City. I'll have to go sometime. But
Kansas City. Hold on, brother. Have you heard the acoustic show they did in Kansas City?
did they do that recently?
It was it was like probably I think 2015, 2016,
Oh,
but they did
I wasn't living here during that time.
Okay, so they did real quick. They did a very it was an album that they actually released. It's called Somewhere in the Stratosphere, live from Kansas City. They did one from Washington State and one from Kansas City. They were both live shows. In Kansas City, they did the entire show acoustic with the drummer, with the bassist, with multiple, like with an orchestra and multiple musicians and everything. He broke down every single song as far as the meaning and everything behind it. And Brent is really good, just talker as far as explaining his songs and storytelling.
Yeah.
And it's a really long listen as far as the concert goes. It's like a 3 hour concert, but
nice.
it's
Hell yeah.
I would like anything and everything, or I'm sorry, Somewhere in the Stratosphere, Kansas City.
Okay.
I would look that up.
Yeah, I'll look it up now.
And you'll see 45, I think, is the big one. 45, it's like a 10-minute song, but 5 minutes of it is his explanation of why he wrote the song and his meaning behind it. And obviously, 45's got some dark references to it and his meaning behind it. But it's a listen to alone through and through with some headphones on.
Okay.
Kind of sad song.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other songs I think that have been uploaded to YouTube, but the full concert, like nearly 3 hours, they kill it, dude. They absolutely kill it, man.
See, it's a movie. Like you can watch it, right?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Yeah, Somewhere in the Stratosphere. It's on Prime Video. It says, but
And I don't know how much of an audio or video nut you are, but if you have like 5.1 or even a 2-channel, or I will say like a 3.1, like a 3-channel plus a subwoofer, that thing, the way it's recorded is absolutely amazing. Like I've never heard anything recorded so well in my life. Like,
yeah. Dude, fuck
it's
yeah,
insane,
man.
dude.
I'm gonna look into that. Also, hi Brooke. Hello, good to see you. Definitely have to check into that. But your story about it raining reminds me of seeing Mumford and Sons last year. It was an outdoor venue, and it started just pouring, and like they kept playing. It was like so fucking cool. And
Hell yeah.
And they there's an old lady in front of me, and she's having the time of her life. She's like dancing with herself, and Marcus Mumford comes out. I think that's his last name. I think that's his last name. Marcus Mumford. Yeah, he comes out and walks around the crowd, and the old lady's like, he's gonna bring out Ted Lasso. He's gonna bring out Ted Lasso. And I'm just like joking. I'm just like laughing with her. I'm like, is that gonna happen? And funny enough, like the cast of Ted Lasso comes out when they play the theme song, and that was fucking cool. So yeah, that was one of my favorite concerts. Just being outside, like the vibe. Everyone was like so nice there. But probably my favorite concert probably has been Gregory Alan Isaacoff. I've seen him 3 times live, and he came. And I was like the first in line, so I was like there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and just good people to talk to, waiting in the line too. And I got like right in the front, and and it was so awesome. OC Elliott played before them, which is a couple, and they're so adorable watching. Like you can tell they're in love just by like how they look at each other when they play the song, and it's fantastic. But there after OC Elliott played, a girl behind me was like, "Can you like squat down?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry, because I'm tall. I'm like 6'1", 6'2", and I stand up straight." And I'm like, I don't know. And there's like two people I was talking to, and they're like, well, he's been here since 3 o'clock, lady. And I just like kind of feel bad. So I end up just like leaning against the rail and like kind of like squat down with like one leg supporting me the whole like, and I alternate legs. And like halfway through the concert, I don't work out. Like, look at this. Womp.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right.
But like I was just like squatting down the whole concert, and my legs were really feeling it. I was like shaking because I was like so weak in the legs. And the two girls I was like came in with, they wanted to take a picture with me. Like what they wanted pictures taken of themselves, and I was really trying to stand straight, and I was like shaking my freaking body. It was like embarrassing in a way, but they wanted a picture with me, and I took a picture with them, and it was a good time. Other than that, I mean, other than that, I think it still was a good time. But my favorite concert by a long shot. I'm a really huge fan of Gregory, and they put on a heck of a show, and it's so fun. It's so fun to go.
Hell yeah, dude. I will say, like, I've given my spot up like front row against that railing a few times to some like really short girls, and then like I will say the worst concert I've ever been to, just because of my crowd experience, was also a Shinedown concert. You know what I mean?
Nice.
And somebody was I had my girlfriend there. I'm gonna keep it TikTok friendly, but somebody was like grabbed up on my girlfriend,
Right.
and it got bad. Brent didn't even see it, and I've seen countless videos of Brent when he does see, whether it's fights or whatever is taking, like he'll pause the show and be like, what the hell is going on, in a very friendly way. That's the nice way of putting it. And but unfortunately he didn't see that. I know Jake, I knew their old security guy. He wasn't with the band anymore, and man, it was a bad time, and I couldn't enjoy the rest of the concert because I was so mad, and security didn't do much. And I had my head on a swivel. It was hell. So it's kind of funny. It's ironic that my best and favorite concert was a Shinedown concert, and also my worst concert was a Shinedown concert.
That sucks, dude. That sucks. Like, it just doesn't like men being so like touchy and controlling, or even women doing it too, because they're not like, there's women that have, shameless. I'm a theater major, and so I went to theater parties, but like I emphasized in film and new media with a degree or emphasis in 3D art and animation. But I was invited to theater parties, and like a girl just came up and just like kissed me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
I didn't ask for this.
You can't do that.
And
yeah.
I just, I didn't like, I wasn't angry or anything. It's just like odd, and it goes both ways. So it really sucks when it happens. Even though I don't feel like a negative way towards her. Like I don't know. I just didn't consent to that. I'm like, okay, I guess we just kissed.
See, and and I will say, like, that's like, still, I'm not like okay with that. Like, I wouldn't be okay with that. Like, I'd still be feeling a certain type of way. But this person had like looked at me, purposely grabbed my girlfriend, and then it broke out from there, and it was not good. Because she had went to get a drink, and she had to pee, and all these things, and I was like, okay, like, we are in pit, and people let her all the way in, and then the guy, like, a row behind me got all pissed because people let her in, and mid-song, that happened, and I was like, it kind of broke out from there. And
did you get into a fight?
Yeah, we got into a fight, but, like, security, like, 100%, it was like a fight, and, like, he was behind me, and I pushed him back a while, and the crowd, what sucks about a crowd is, like, they're paying attention to the band, and they have no idea what's happening, and I feel so much pity for the crowd, because they're just like, what are these two drunk assholes doing right now?
Right.
And it's like, they don't even know, because they're looking up, and they should be looking up, because they paid for those tickets, and they paid for that entertainment.
Right.
So it's like, they don't know what's going on. And I hate to be that guy, but when you cross that line of physically putting your hands on my girlfriend to literally, I don't know if it was to piss me off or if they were just too drunk,
Right.
but it was like I reacted and I feel bad, but it was like, what else would he have done? And it was a bad experience from there. And security eventually, like after we had been at it a while and he got shoved back and people were breaking us up, they eventually got in there
Yeah.
and then they kind of left again. And we were watching each other the whole entire concert because I was like,
that's
dude, if you
sad.
get close to me, I'm like the crowd is at that point was separating us. Security sucked. They didn't do anything. They just broke us up initially and were like, what the hell's going on? And then resume. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, no, that sucks. I'm sorry that happened to both you guys.
Oh, it's all good. Like I said, I've had great experiences. I've had bad experiences.
Yeah, but it's good like you can recognize like other people too, like how they like felt about it too. It just shows like you think about other people too in a good way.
Exactly.
So yeah, no, it's just one of those like unfortunate situations where like it's like why do people need to do this, right? Why do people have to like you wonder what
Right.
happens in their mind, right? To even like think about like yeah, I'm definitely gonna touch this random girl's like I'm
Exactly.
it's like what gives them such the authority? What's the right word? Like the audacity to do that?
Exactly.
I don't understand it.
You don't.
I mean,
It's not like comprehensible to the simple, like logical mind. It's ridiculous.
yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting.
And then, like, also, she's clearly here with me. What did you think was gonna happen? Like,
Right.
don't act all sorry whenever you're getting your ass whooped.
Right.
Like,
right.
come on now.
Jeez. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy out there, and I would have thought like at a Shinedown show, I will say at least a lot of people. Shinedown's a very wholesome band. They sing about a lot of things that can bring people to unity. They also talk straight up in their live concerts about like, hey, look to the person to your left, look to the person to your right. You have all been there,
Right.
We're gonna hold hands. 1, 2, 3, and they go into it, and then they go into the song, like just
nice.
exactly like that.
Well, that's like how it
And
should be,
it's
right?
yeah, and that's what happened before. And I'm like, who did I not shake hands with? I'm like, I looked at all the people around, and I recognized their faces, and I'm like, this wasn't one of the people I shook my hands with, and we all held hands and clapped, whether it was religious or just having a good time,
Right.
whatever you believed in that, you know what I mean?
Right.
But
It's like people coming together, just like it's like a love of the artist, right? And love of the art and the music, and
exactly,
it's just like it's a beautiful thing, right? Just music in general. It's like how we have been able just to create different sounds that resonate with us, like emotionally, and the story.
exactly, man.
It's really such a universal thing, right? And like it just speaks to different people. Like people can subjectively take it in however they need to, and it's such a beautiful thing. It's quite amazing. Do you play any instruments?
Man. Oh, I do. I play drums and guitar. I've also been known to if I'm tipsy enough, I can sing some pretty good Creed.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I love that. I love.
I got a Creed voice.
All right. Fuck yeah, man. It's fun to sing. I don't claim to be the best singer, but it's fun to play guitar.
I don't
and sing.
either.
My good friend wanted me to record songs for her on Spotify. Like, oh man, hopefully no one else listens to this, but other people have. I'm just like, gosh darn it. But
Yeah.
She really helped me helped me get back into guitar and singing too, because I was so passionate about it when I first learned back in high school. I would play every single day. Where I had such built up my calluses so much, like I could play for hours and hours and hours. But like college happened, I started getting more busy, and then of course getting into my profession and moving states multiple times has been difficult to get back into it. And she pushed me to just like try it out again, and I'm like, okay. And she would like request songs, and I would play it for her, and it was a really good thing. She believed in me, and I was getting better at just like being comfortable and confident, like singing too. And yeah, it was such a beautiful thing, and I appreciate her for just trying to push me in those kinds of ways.
Hell yeah, dude. I mean, My family kind of pushed me for the. I was not ready, dude. I sat there like a stiff fucking twig when I was singing. We were drunk on a cruise boat, and they were like, "All right, Dylan, you said you wanted." Yeah, they signed me up for Creed. I had to hit the. Well, I just heard.
Dude, yes, you got it. You got it. That's fucking amazing.
No man, but we had a good time, and it was all right. You know, it was all right. And like I said, I'm more of an instrument guy, where it's like I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play drums and guitar, but whatever it was about Creed and that voice, I think when you're drunk enough, you can do. You can do that. You know, you can have some fun with it.
Can you take me higher?
Hell yeah.
What kind of songs do you have to play on guitar or drums?
Yeah, and it's like I connect a lot more with the music when I play it on there. But then also singing was pretty fun because my girlfriend learned. She was like, okay, if he's drunk, just do that. And I'm like, oh god. Then I'm
Right.
like, all right, here we go. I've done it enough times at this point.
Right.
When we went to Myrtle Beach. It was a really sketchy area,
Oh, nice.
and we saw an Irish pub. So we went to the Irish pub,
Okay.
and they had live karaoke going on there. And me and like
Yes.
4 other random guys like just started singing Creed, and it was a great time, dude. It was a great time. I don't even remember who they are. I don't remember what they look like, but
That's great.
my girlfriend was a DD, and I got fucked up with those guys, and it was a great time.
It's fun. Like,
Excuse my language. I'm sorry.
No, I cuss all the time. It's fine. I don't think TikTok minds cuss words. Like, depends. Like, if you use a slur, of course, that's not good.
Yeah, slur. Yeah.
But let's see. Yeah, no, I used to be pretty fun as a drunk. Because like I was really socially anxious and hard on myself, and in college more when I started drinking, like I could just be free. I'm like, why does that feel so good, right? And now I'm to the point where I haven't drank for quite some time, and I feel good in who I am right now. But back in the day, I would go to bars, and I remember going out with my sister, brother-in-law, and some friends, and there's a country bar on one side and like a hip hop or like whatever like club on the other side, right? And I'd bounce back between the two, but I ended up having a better time at the country bar because I'd request up like strawberry wine, just like sing the hell out of that, and then just like high five people, and just like it was really fun to just like being around just people like that and getting plastered. But yeah, and a girl ended up talking to me, and she's getting really close. I'm like, okay, what's going on? And then she disclosed that she has a kid. I'm like, okay, let's let's
Take a step back. Yeah.
I forgot what I even said to her, but I told her she's a good mom, or like I believe she's a good mom. Just like giving her like when I get drunk, I tend to
Be a people pleaser.
Yes. I tend to find the right words to say, but I've been practicing that more as I've been who I am right now, sober. But I think it could go a long way just validating people. Yeah.
Now, not to flip it too hard, not to get too personal, but I'd say like I'm sorry, I can't remember. How old did you say we were?
28.
28. Okay, so I'm 23, and I'm at the age. I'm not going to college. I'm not like I don't have a whole lot of friends. I have my few close friends.
Mm-hmm.
I have a good time with, but I do just enjoy getting drunk, whether it be alone, whatever. How would you, I guess, find fun in just straight soberness? Is it kind of the same things doing it over and over again, and then get used to it again, or new things?
It's been quite the journey for me, and I think it's different for each person as they continue with their lives, because like we're modeled from our environments as we're kids, right? And that it influences who we are as adults, and like our biology plays a huge factor on how we feel. Like so depending on where you're coming from, it depends. I feel like I've really worked on myself over the past few years, really being introspective and understanding who I am as a person, but also like how other people in my life impact me and how I impact them. So like really just like reflecting, taking it in, going back out in the world, practicing, and coming back in and reflecting. And like one of my ethos is to fearlessly be for others and myself. And I believe I've been doing a good job at that just by being vulnerable with my voice right now on TikTok, or just with any people I talk to over the past few, like, well, within my life, of course, but like this past year has been amazing for many different reasons. Um, so I think it's really just finding out what you're doing on this earth, right? Like, why are you on this earth? And for me, it's, I want to leave a positive impact on people I interact with, in hopes that they will take something away from it subjectively, however they need to where they can impact other people in a positive way. I believe it's exponential in a sense. Like, what you're doing right now is helping me be more social, and even practicing saying these things out loud to people in the first place. And I think I think the more vulnerable we are with our like mush of brains inside of us, the more we can connect and align and progress and figure out what the fuck we're doing on this earth as the human species, right? No one is above or below. We are the human species. So we must figure this out. And I think I just think just having conversations like this is part of my drive to just be. And like I think I talked to you about this, or maybe it was the person before, but like just externalizing my thoughts and just like talking to whatever it is, like if it's a friend, or if it's myself, if it's God. And I don't know if it's God, but like I'm agnostic, leaning spiritually, but like just having a fun, like just seeing beauty in the world, right? And then just like not being so serious, but being silly, and just allowing myself to be free. And what does that mean, to allow? It's just, with you, I feel comfortable just like rambling, and I don't know if I don't think it's really a ramble, but see, and this is where I get into like metacognition, where like I'm like, am I just over explaining this, and am I rambling? But I'm gonna correct that and be like, no, bro, you're speaking your mind, and it's
for a reason.
It's about, yeah, and I'm modeling this out in a way so you can track my mindset. And it's one of those things where, it's one of those things where like I'm like, Brady, be kind to yourself, be kind, dude. It's okay. Like, you never, like, you got to this point in your life because of who you were in the past, and I ought to be thankful for past Brady to get me to the present, and I ought to negotiate with the future Brady to steer the ship, essentially. And I can share this story with you. So I was homeless for 3 months at the end of last year, and I went to a lake pretty often, and I just practiced externalizing my thoughts and be more conscious of like them, and what they what they are, so I can just be more aware. And I was having a nicotine craving, and I'm like, Brady, no, but like nicotine was so I was like craving it so bad, and I was dipping, and it wasn't good, it was disgusting. And I was walking a path outside, and I envisioned future Brady up ahead in the path, and by this moment in the path, I would convince myself never to again. And the negotiation went something like this. So I'm negotiating with future Brady, or he's negotiating with me. It's like, Brady, your gums are receding, you like your teeth, you like your smile, and you want a girlfriend, damn it. And by that time, I was like in the path. I'm like, okay, deal. And yeah. So and that made me think, like, okay, so if I can negotiate with future Brady like this, how can I talk with past Brady? And like I just told you before, it's like, hey, thank you for getting me to this point right here. Like, I'm talking with this guy, and like I want to be who I am if it wasn't for you, Brady, and I appreciate that. So it's been a way to be kinder to myself. So I think how we talk to ourselves is important. Like the stories we tell ourselves is important, and like our drive and our mission, and that's different for everyone. But like I believe it's similar, and it can be similar. And I think we have it within us to figure that out together, and that's why I come up on here, just to figure that out together, right?
Oh, I like what you said, man. I like that, because, and for me, I was like, what messes me up, I think, mentally is, everybody within my age bracket is telling me, oh, this is your 20s. This is like, almost your mid 20s. You're supposed to be living your best life. You're supposed to be single. You're supposed to be, no. And I'm like, when I was 17, like I had seen a lot, and I won't go into detail, but like, you'd seen some people passing in real time. And by the time I was 17, I tried Lucy, if you know what that means.
Yes.
And I did it alone in my room, and it messed me up. And I reflected on all my life decisions. And I reflected on the grades I got in school, and I said, oh crap, I'm not going to make it through high school. So I was like, the least I can do is my GED, and kind of did that and went 2 jobs from there, and I'm making decent money, and I'm all right. I'm not great. I'm not uh, extremely succeeding, but I'm all right.
Yeah.
I'm,
Yeah.
all right, I'm living.
For sure.
But it's like I'm like 23, and I will say, because she's dog sitting down the door, and I got this girlfriend, and we've been through a lot, and it's it's rough, man. It's rough, and being in a relationship can be rough, and I'm still trying to figure all that out. So I'm like in the middle of my life, and I'm like, okay, I saw a comment. He said, like you're 23 or whatever. I'm like, well, damn, most 23-year-olds my age are going out and being man 403s. You know what I mean? If you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be that.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
but like,
yeah.
I want to have these honest conversations, because like if I were to get on here at TikTok or get on the PS5 and talk to the guys in the game, my girlfriend would be mad at me. She'd say, "Oh, you're not paying enough attention to me. This, and this." And I'm like, I need to better myself to talk to other guys that like, and it's not anything like crazy. It's just like I just want to talk to other people, and it's not like other people as in women, but like it's like I want to talk to other people that have been through the same exact experiences I have.
Yeah.
And I need that kind of in life, and that's kind of the crossroads. Like I will say that's my main life dilemma right now. To be completely honest with you, and it's rough as a 23-year-old, and it's just rough. Go ahead, man. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. No, I appreciate you being vulnerable and open about this. I really appreciate that. I've never been in a relationship, so I don't know. Well, it's complicated, but like not a serious relationship with someone in person. And I can't imagine like the different things that come up with that, like depending on how people work together and how compatible they are, or like how their like emotional attachment is, or attachment style. I think that's what they call, or like even their love languages, or like how they work well with each other. I think the most important thing is to be open and honest in any relationship with who you have it with, in hopes that the other person can be understanding, or you even be understanding to it. One of the things that I hear people saying in relationships, it's not trying to like be right. It's trying to, take it a step back and understand like the whole dynamic in a sense, and work together with that. I think it's completely valid to want to talk with other people, but like I can understand it. Well, I don't know how you guys work, but like if you're like not spending any time at all, like that'd be a different story, of course. But yeah, man, I don't know what else to really say about that. Except, well, I wish you the best with it, of course, and I think if you really love her, like you can like, and you love each other, like you can make it work with anyone.
Yeah. I mean, it's just dude. I will say it is rough, man, and a lot of days I don't mean to generalize, but she just switched to a different medication, and a lot of girls are like that, but it's just like the slightest bit of disagreement will jeopardize the relationship.
Okay.
And I feel like I just have to let it be alone, and then if I let it be alone, it's nothing. But if it's something that is like, hey, maybe don't entertain other guys, it becomes a big thing, and it's like, that's pretty basic standard.
Like you talking to her about like not talking to other guys, or what do you mean by that?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm like, okay, so it could be like something as simple as like, the way I wash dishes, like the way I was stacking them,
Hmm.
and I'm like, I'm washing all the dishes that are in there in order, and hilarious topic. We have a debate about that all day, but I'm like, okay, I'm doing these, I'm doing all the dishes, and then I will stack them accordingly. Like I'll smallest to bottom or smallest to biggest. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
Small pots and pans, bowls, plates and stuff, and then strainers, and then pots and pans, right?
Right, right, right.
But it's like, okay, that becomes an argument because apparently the strainers were on the top of the thing, and I washed them and put them in there. I'm like, I'm going to rearrange that. Yeah, and it's like that became out of everything. It sounds ridiculous to even repeat on live. It's like out of everything, that became an argument about the way like I wash dishes because I'm going to rearrange it anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's the equivalent of if I were to bring up, yeah, like what I just said. I don't even, like. It's so humiliating, and it's like
Have you guys?
I'm tired of being the nice guy. It sucks being a
Yeah.
nice guy, man. It
Yeah.
sucks.
No, no, I hear what you're saying. Have you guys tried like therapy? Like, have you brought that up?
No, I mean I've had therapy for like my other issues and stuff, and I mean I really like I don't have other issues other than um somebody trying to off me.
Yeah,
That's an issue. So like, but it's not like I don't have like random outbursts or like random anxiety or I mean anxiety with being in crowds and stuff. But
yeah. It sounds like she's like set in her ways. Is that like accurate? You think?
yes, I mean I'm 23, she's 32. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that can be difficult, especially if like they're not open to like because there's more than one way to do things, right? It doesn't have to be exactly the way someone thinks it needs to be, right? It kind of reminds me of
Yeah.
of my dad growing up. Like if we spilt water on the floor, he would yell at us. I'm not saying your girlfriend yells, but like it was like really chaotic. Or like to the point where like if I wasn't soaking dishes and while I was washing dishes, like I would like it just wasn't perfect and it wasn't good enough, and that could be very draining to even be in that environment. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you feel. Like how do you like
Oh,
emotionally like how do you feel about like things in general?
dude, I'm not gonna lie. So she's been dishwashing. I mean, not. I'm sorry, not dishwashing. I'm a dog watching at her neighbors, who is how we found this neighborhood. Is her old boss's job, and her old boss has this like Malinois. So like that Malinois needs all the training or whatever. They work dog training together, right?
Yeah, yeah,
So she's down there at her old boss's job. Her old boss is cool. I've met her. They're on cool platforms. I know there's nothing going on there, but it's been great down here like the last week. And I'm like, I'm cleaning the house, I'm washing the dishes, I'm doing everything on my own, I'm doing all my lawn. Like it's not like I didn't do these things before, but it was like I would be I'm gonna say it bitched at the way I would do my everything. And
yeah,
I'm like, don't bitch at me. You know, you can talk to me and be like, hey, do your things. And I'm like, I guess the moment where I'm like, I'm gonna do okay. I can do my laundry and you can do your laundry, or like dishes weren't an issue. It was just like I'm gonna wash what's in the sink. Like it's so small. It's so small, dude. And I'm like, I know how to stack the dishes.
do you do
Like
you,
I
do you
know.
vocalize this to her? Like do you say these things?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good,
and it
good.
becomes a giant argument, and I'm
Yeah,
like, this is so ridiculous that it's something so small, and it becomes a walk off. Like we walk off and spend one bedroom, and I'll take the couch, and I'm just like, this is so
mm,
ridiculous. I'm like, this is ridiculous. I'm like,
yeah,
I'd like to save this relationship, and we've been dating for 5 years, but
oh nice, okay.
yeah, and it's like, what can I do? I feel trapped. I feel, kind of like in the same financial thing, and I'm like, we also have 4 cats and 4 reptiles. However you feel about
Okay.
those, you know, we
Yeah.
have pets. We have pets. I will say that. So like, it's like, you know, we're not married. So what does that look like if we break up? And
Right.
it's kind of a trap. Yeah, to shoot you completely straight, dude. To shoot you completely straight.
I don't know how to do. Look, I look. I believe people can change. It just depends on if they want to change, right? Um, and I believe a lot of these things like are stemmed from how we were raised as kids, and like in our environment, like impacts who we behave, like how we behave as adults, right? Um, it honestly sounds toxic in a sense. I don't want to like I don't want to dissuade you or anything, but like I hope you guys can work it out. That's pretty much what I'm gonna say. But also depends like if your goal is to like marry potentially like putting up with that without her changing could be very difficult, right? And you already feel trapped right now just being like a boyfriend and girlfriend or a partner.
Yep.
Um, this is why I recommend therapy, and I think if both of you can just like talk it out to like a third person, like that they can see the whole situation, I think that could be very beneficial. You know.
Yeah. I think that's worth a shot and seeing kind of where it goes from there. You know, I will say thank you for affirming that because I've always thought like, you know, maybe that's worth a shot. And I do have a not therapist but counselor, and seeing what, you know, he's always been like, hey, you kind of got to make these decisions on your own and this, that, and third. And he hasn't seen me in over a year, but he's also been through a lot of the life threatening situations that I've been in.
Yeah.
So, and he told me that straight up. So he like gets where like my main like scares and issues with life are, let alone like, okay, now there's a woman involved, and I think it's worth a shot. I think it's worth a shot and
Yeah.
seeing what happens, because what's the worst that's gonna happen? It's gonna get worse. You know, I don't think it can get much worse.
Right. It's like it's better to try than not try, right? And like I'd ask like, and I think I know the answer, but do you love her?
I mean, I do love her. I do
Right.
wish her the best. It's just I don't feel respected, and
Yeah.
I think I it's just I feel like I'm too nice to her, and that's kind of my weakness. Like I'm too nice. Like
Like people
it's
pleasing.
yeah, I'm people pleasing. I'm very much like, hey, we'll figure it out. And her jobs have not been consistent,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I've been very much financially like, and as like again, and she's like freaking out because she's like, oh, I'm this many years older than you, and I don't have my life figured out. And I'm like, you'll figure it out. And unfortunately, then it comes to this and this. And I think she's had too much of a leg to stand on for the last, you know, almost 5 years. And it's rough
Hmm.
because I'm very nice and I don't want to pull that leg underneath her. But I don't know. Oh, I can't believe I'm
Right.
talking about this on TikTok Live. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's
I appreciate you for like again for being vulnerable and open. Like
oh yeah,
we
man.
don't have to keep talking about it if you don't want to. I don't want to make you feel like you have to. But I do really wish you the best with it. It sounds difficult. But I think therapy could be beneficial for both of you, just so you can like explain things with each other to another person.
Yeah. It's like trying to find somebody to talk to about it that gets it, kind of, even to like no like BS stance. Like, hey, I might have never been with anybody, but I can tell you this from background, like looking back perspective. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. Yeah.
And that's good. But yeah, dude, I will say it's hard out here, even dating somebody that's way older than you. It's rough, man. And I will say, I talked to my coworker about this, and he's a really cool guy. Um, he dated somebody that was a therapist, and a lot of the lady therapists don't have their stuff together.
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. My
The
therapist
younger
has
ones,
it.
at least.
Well, I'm not gonna go into it, but well, who has their shit figured out? You know, I think there's always something. Well, depends.
It's
There's always
age and yeah, there's a lot that goes into it.
there's a lot
Even
of
not even age necessarily goes into it. Yeah.
we all have our flaws, right? It's about I think more so like understanding why a person behaves in such a way, and not trying to react back, right? And I think like we can react, and then boom, it's all over, right? And this can be
Yeah.
applied to different things, not only in relationships, but like politics potentially, or other relationships, or whatever that might be, right? I think it's more understanding why a person is behaving in such a way, and like navigating that. But like if a person doesn't want to change and open up, like that's not on you.
Exactly.
It's not.
They just gotta learn.
Right. And how do people learn? And sometimes it's the hard way, unfortunately.
Yep.
But it's like with my dad, like he was very very abusive, and we're on better terms now, right? And he's changed a lot since, but he was also going through a lot with work too, and he kind of brought that home to me.
Yeah.
But like me trying to understand him in a sense has helped me navigate conversations with him more. But like it wasn't up to me for him to change. He had to take that on his own and like try to understand why he was like that in the first place, right? Yeah. Is your girlfriend in therapy? If you don't mind me asking.
She has been for the last 3 weeks, and that's when I will say like more like 5 weeks, and she started her new medication, but it's been more of a psychologist.
Yeah. They don't get deep.
I don't I don't know how much she said or shared, but she was excited for a new medication. To my experience, the good times have been more good, but the bad times have been really bad. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
And it's just like, I'm like, I don't know how to feel about this because I'm like, okay, like there's not a happy medium where it's just like, and we're tired and we go to bed and it's cordial versus like it's like bad times versus good times versus bad times, and I'm like the good guy because I'm like accepting and I can get over it,
but
and
really,
it's like a roller coaster.
It's really harming you for that push and pull, right? It's like
Yes.
over an extended time, like doing that so much, right? It's one of those things, right? Where it's like, do you want to really be with a person like this for the rest of your life?
Yeah, that's what my uncle called me about because he saw all this shit. He was telling me, and it's so rough. I hate being nice, and I think I gotta put my foot down, man.
Dude, I think you deserve to get what you want, right? And
Yeah.
I think it's worth definitely, like I said, definitely worth the shot to keep trying with it, right? But like, stand up for yourself, right? Like, and I know you do because you come back and say it, but like you deserve good things, right? And I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry.
No, I understand exactly. Kind of the point, like you deserve a good life. You know what I mean? You just deserve to be happy.
Right.
And I've heard it a million times. I'm just like, I just get so stuck in like I'm trying to be nice, and it kills me alive, man. It really does.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I see the guy in the comments. Yeah, he's spitting facts right now. I'm just now reading this. Jesus Christ, yeah. Oh man, it is. It is hard. Change is hard, man. That is not my cat. Yeah, that change is hard, man. It sucks. And I will say, change is the worst part. After so many years, you get used to it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry if you want to switch topics after your
No, no.
relationships and whatnot.
This is okay. I'm more than happy to hold space for you. I think well, this is partly why I have this platform too. Is people I think just need to talk about things and talk through things with another person. Like we don't always have that luxury,
Yeah.
of doing that. And if I can just be an ear like just to listen to, like I'm more than happy to keep listening to you. Right. I'm not an expert in relationships, or I'm not even a therapist, right? But like, I'm more than happy to listen to people if they need to just talk about whatever that needs to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just give a little bit of 2 cents on it, whether it's yours or somebody else's. Yeah, I can respect that. Hell yeah, dude.
yeah, yeah. I wish you the best, though, man. I really do, and I understand. I can kind of understand it in a way, like how it feels like you're trapped in a way. Um,
Yeah,
like 5 years is like that's a long time to know
it
someone,
is, man.
and just stepping away from that, like it's not easy.
Yeah, and then what does that bring? What does that mean as far as the aftermath of it? And then once you get like I've been through it before. Like once you get over that aftermath, getting used to it again. So I guess things always get better. I just gotta keep telling myself like it's hard to believe, man. It's hard to believe, and I got the tools. It's hard to believe, man.
Yeah, well, like George
Uh,
Harrison says, all things must pass, right? And
yeah, all things must pass. I like that.
right, it's the good and the bad. Like life isn't always linear, right? There's gonna be hiccups, there's gonna be bumps, but
There's
it's
nothing
it's
wrong and there's nothing right.
right. But because of these things, like the goods and the bad, it's like they lead you to where you're at today, talking to me, and we're having this conversation, which I think is fantastic. That you're being vulnerable and open, and you know, I think that's a great thing.
Hell yeah.
I
Hey
think.
man.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. Go ahead.
I think I'm gonna head off for the night. I need to go pee really bad, and I don't know.
That's about where I'm at, man.
I don't
That's
know if
sure
I want to
about
keep.
where I'm at.
I don't know if I want to keep my live going while I go to the bathroom, but it's getting it's getting late anyways.
It is.
But Chevy, what is that your name? Chevy 2017 Chevy.
Yeah, Chevy's cool. Yeah, that's fine, man. Yeah.
Nice. Dude, you're more than welcome to come up again in the future if you want, and if you want to continue talking about other topics, or if you just want to keep, if you just need someone to talk to, I'm always here. Or well, if someone else isn't talking to me, I'm here. I'm doing this more often because I'm actually getting people to join in the live, which is fantastic. Just learning about new people and learning about new things and progressing and being better people. And I really think it's something special. And I'm trying to build a community of people just to be supportive in a sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, dude.
I have a more ambitious goal if this ever takes off. I don't know if it will or not, but I'm okay with just like a couple people listening, and if this is like the kind of dialogues we can have, right?
Yeah. And you know what I will say caught my mind and kind of got me to open up, it's it's an open panel, and a lot of toxic people could see that and bring it wherever they want. Um like whether like politically negative or whatever, like where I've seen so many lives where it's just shouting matches,
Yes. Yes.
and I'm sick of that. I don't like that. I'm
Yes.
like, I don't want to sit here in a shouting match with you. I'm not going to shout at my phone.
Right.
I'm going to talk, like, I'm going to keep scrolling and find somebody positive. And I scrolled across your live and I saw you, and you seemed like a positive, open minded guy. And it's what's on your mind lately, request a chat. And it's not anything political, it's not left or right or up and down. And it's good to see. It's a refresher of like my entire brain, dude. And I love to see it. I'm not gonna lie.
You're amazing, man. I'm getting slight shivers. It's really interesting, like because that resonates with me, right? And I appreciate just saying that in general, and it makes me feel good, and it makes me feel like what I'm doing is important, and it's really great having that validation, and you know, That's what I think like TikTok needs more of, right? Is there's a lot of debates,
Yes.
there's a lot of arguments, and if I could just like model healthy dialogues with people, like figuring out what we're doing together on this earth, right? And
Exactly.
progress and go forth, right? Because like the interaction that you've had with me tonight, like it's impacting me right now, like more than you know, because
Yeah.
it's the people I talk to that define like it shapes who I am, and like it's like exponentially, like I believe it just grows and grows and grows, and like how I talk to my next person, I'm gonna be even more better equipped to talk to them because of you, right? Um,
Hell yeah.
so I really do appreciate you coming up and just being vulnerable and open, and I'm a better Brady because of you. So thank you.
I appreciate you, man. You have a great night, brother.
Yeah, take care, man. Have a good night.
Anytime, man.
Yep. Cool. Awesome. Good times. We're out of here. Good night. Awesome. That was great. That was really great. Good. Gosh, this is so great. I made 1 cent. Frick yeah. All right. Okay. I need to go pee really bad.